Hey, Kiko here. So I was getting ready for my tour here in Europe, starting on November 14th in Finland, Tampere, and ending in Ankara in Turkey, December 14th. So I was just here like preparing the equipment and deciding about the set list, etc. And then I was like, oh, I should do a video about some important concerts that I had in my career. And the first one that comes to my mind is a Download Festival with Megadeth. But the story goes back when I was 11 years old, and it was the first time I saw my mother crying. And then it's kind of the reason that I started playing electric guitar. And then that epiphany, like remembering this story, happened when I was on stage during the concert. So it's Castle Donington, England. Black Sabbath was about to play after us. Black Sabbath was the headliner band. Anyway, so the story is when I was 11, I used to, 11, 12, I was, reading magazines, so I remember reading about the Castle Donington concerts, and I was just my imagination. I was like going everywhere. And then there was the story of Ozzy Osbourne also, eating the bat, or like, that famous scene of the bat in Ozzy Osbourne. I was trying to get into school. And then there was math tests, etc. And there was like also an essay I had to write. And then the essay started like, it's a sunny day, and then you continue whatever you want to, be creative. And then me being creative it was a sunny day, and then we have this metal guys and upside down crosses and skulls, and then people eating bats. And so I don't remember actually the story, but I was like describing the Castle Donington Festival. And then of course, they didn't let me in that school, and the principal called my mother saying like, we have a problem here because your kid will be a problematic kid, so he cannot get into this school, and also you should find a psychologist for your kid. And then because of that conversation, my mother decided to buy a guitar. So that's my story with electric guitar started, because I think I was like 13 actually. I started when I was 11 playing a classical guitar, acoustic guitar. Maybe 1 or 2 years later I was like into metal and reading the magazines, etc. And then the whole story happened. And then of course even my classical guitar teacher told my mother like, yeah, you should buy an electric guitar. Yeah, here I am now. So, and then I remember I was playing, and the festival is called Download Festival, but it's the Castle Donington. And then I was like playing, and then suddenly the whole story came to my mind, like this special moment, like thinking about the 13-year-old Kiko, like thinking about, okay, now you're there playing in this legendary festival. So that's one of big memories. Another great concert that happened in my career was in 99. I think, 99, Les Zéniths in Paris. And then Angra, we're doing like a very successful tour. The Fireworks tour is an album called Fireworks. We started like, maybe it was in another venue, and then the ticket sales went really great. And then they moved to Les Zéniths, which is a place that later I played with Megadeth as well. And then we started selling the tickets, and I think we played for 6,000 or 7,000 people there. Stratovarius was opening for us, and Bruce Dickinson, he came from England to sing 2 songs with us. He flew as a pilot, right, to join us. And I remember the people from the label, Sanctuary label, was there. Chris Sangaridze, the producer of the album, came to watch the show too, and Chris, an amazing producer, he did Gary Moore, Judas Priest, and then he produced Fireworks from Angra. So it's like that special moment, having the producer, management that wanted to hire the band, the Sanctuary, and also Bruce Dickinson and labels, etc. And then 7,000 people. It was an amazing show, and we had this idea, I don't know who idea it was, but it was an idea that having those guys doing the fireworks shows, like speeding kerosene and before the show, but we didn't think that, okay, after this the stage is gonna be like so slippery. So we came like the first song it was like super slippery, so you can imagine. So everybody's kind of panicking for the first song, and then they kind of figure out how to clean the stage, and then we did the show. So that's a great memory as well. And then just to bring another one from more recent, this year I did this tour, my tour with my songs, my solo songs in Sao Paulo, Brazil. And I played in this huge venue with a lot of people. It was like very cool feeling that you can play in big venues for a lot of people playing instrumental music, which normally we do in small clubs, and then we improvise more, and we have this, it's a different kind of vibe, I would say. And I had Mark Friedman as a guest, so it was like a very, very special night in many ways because of the size of the venue for the style of the music, how difficult it is to play instrumental music, more complex music in a big venue, having Marty Friedman there, and then when you play in Sao Paulo, you have all your friends and family, etc. Yeah, great memories. And then now in Europe, I will be kind of reproducing this concert. We're gonna play with a trio with Felipe Andreoli on bass and Bruno Valverde on drums. I love to play those kind of clubs, jazz clubs or rock clubs, a bit more free to extend the set, to improvise more if you feel like. Yeah, so it's a different vibe. You play very close to each other, and it's pretty challenging for me. We're gonna do like 25 shows in 30 something days, so it's challenging. So check out the dates here. So starting in Tampere, Finland, going to many countries here in Europe, and then ending in Turkey. Hopefully I'll be alive at the end of the tour, and then probably like playing really well, because that's one of the ideas also to go on tour, is like to fulfill that feeling that I want to play every night, right? So the same feeling that I had when I was 13 years old aiming to play on stage. So here I am doing a long tour in Europe again, one more time. So cheers, and check out the dates, and see you in another video.